So the PlayStation 5 has a lot of unique features that we still don't know about yet. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So there was an interview with Jim Ryan of PlayStation and the Business Insider website in Japan. They went through a bunch of pretty interesting stuff, talking about the upcoming PlayStation 5, unique features that are still yet to come, talked about the logo and the release window for the PlayStation 5 in Japan. Let's first talk about the logo, the PS5 logo that has been all the rage over the internet the last couple of days, because all they did really was erase the 4 and put the 5, and it's the exact same logo. It just says PS5. It has the exact same branding and everything. And he went over this, and I mean, I have to agree with him. It makes sense why they went with this very simple, very similar logo to the PS4. Basically saying, which is what I first thought when they showed the PS5 logo, was that there is 100 million PlayStation 4 owners, and there's already a community there. So they have an obligation to keep them happy, interested, and absorbed in PlayStation. This being said, that there needs to be a sense of consistency over the products within the PlayStation brand. So that to me makes a lot of sense. I know a lot of people are laughing and making fun of PlayStation for putting out this PS5 logo, and there's a lot of videos where it shows the PS4 logo in like Photoshop. Someone hits the backspace button, or somebody just deletes the 4 and puts the 5, and that's it. But I mean, it makes sense. The PlayStation 4 was a very, very, very successful console. It sold so well. It has a great brand. It has great games. They don't want to stray from that. PlayStation is not going to do anything drastic in this generation. They're going to release a more powerful console, and they're going to keep releasing their great exclusives, hopefully, and they're going to stay on the same course that they were with the PlayStation 4. This is completely different from when the launch of the PS3 to the launch of the PS4, where the PS3, they definitely had a big blunder on that launch, and they started off very slow, so they knew they had to take a different course of action with the PS4. And they did, and they have been very successful. So with the PS5, I can almost guarantee you the course of action for this life cycle is going to be almost the exact same. Now, he talks about the migration as well from the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5, acknowledging that a lot of players, when the PS5 release, will still be on the PlayStation 4, and this probably will last for a few years before a lot of people jump over to the new generation of consoles, as it's like every single generation. But rest assured, he says here that PlayStation 4 users are very important, and they have an obligation to those users, which is a great thing. So if you're not somebody who is going to be buying the PS5 on day one or even within the first year, I don't think you have too much to worry about. I think you'll still get a lot of services, and you'll still get a lot of games that are coming out on the PlayStation 4. He also talks about the release window in Japan. So if you remember when the PlayStation 4 was released in the West, it was released 3 months later in Japan, and that's not going to happen now with the PlayStation 5. And then finally, what makes this article interesting is that he talks about the appeals of the PlayStation 5. And as we know right now, the PlayStation 5 is going to have an SSD, it's going to have better graphics, it's going to have a better CPU. Overall, it's going to be a much more powerful console. But he says that there are still a lot of unique features that we have not heard about yet that will add to the appeal of the PlayStation 5. So he goes over the 3D audio and the haptic feedback support that the controllers are going to have. So those are brand new unique features to the PS5. And he says that they really change the way that you playing Gran Turismo Sport and things like that. You really see a complete different experience when you're using this new controller with the haptic feedback. However, I don't think that's going to be the thing on the PlayStation 5 that makes it unique and makes it a big different experience, because if you've never used a Xbox One controller, then I guess that could be something new. But the Xbox One controller already had those haptic feedbacks, and if you've used the Joy-Cons before on the Nintendo Switch, it has that 3D rumble, which again is going to be similar to what this is on the PlayStation 5. So I don't think that's going to be something that really gets everybody going, wow, this is a brand new feature that they've never experienced before. There's obviously going to be other things that we haven't heard about yet. Who knows what those are? But for me personally, the PlayStation 4 was really good. They did everything pretty much perfect for gamers. They had a great exclusive lineup. It was a powerful console, more powerful than the other consoles on the market. And it was focused really just on video games. And I think that in reality, PlayStation 5 is going to have some new features, but like I said, they are going to go down the exact same path as before. But what would I like to see from the PlayStation 5 that will set it apart from the PlayStation 4? I would love to see full backwards compatibility from PlayStation 1 all the way up to PlayStation 4. So you can have that in your home entertainment system, and you won't have to set up older consoles if you want to play older games. It'll be optimized through HDMI, and it'll just be a great all-in-one PlayStation. Now, there's been rumors about the controller also having a back touchpad where you can map buttons to on the DualShock 5. I would love to see that, because They just recently released a attachment to the DualShock 4 where you can map different buttons to that attachment, and I believe it's touch compatible. I would love to see that built in right to the controller, because if you've ever used the Xbox Elite controller, or if you've ever used any other advanced controller where you can put buttons on the back, it really does help in gaming. It really does help depending on what type of game you're playing, specifically shooters. If they built those right into the DualShock 5, I think that would be a great step forward for the controller. I would love to see crossplay across more games, because as we know, Sony for a while was against crossplay, but they are finally breaking a little bit, starting with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, where they had crossplay across all consoles and PlayStation was involved. They finally broke with Minecraft, and I would love to see them do that for all of their games coming out for the PlayStation 5. I just think for the gaming community, that's an amazing thing where you can open up the amount of players you have the ability to play with, and it doesn't force you and your friends all to buy the same thing. You and your friends can play on the console of your choice, but still play together. And then finally, this may be a minuscule thing for a lot of people, but for me, it is massive, and I really hope they improve their download speeds. You know, the PlayStation 4, they definitely cap your download speeds. It's really slow, especially if you're on Wi-Fi for downloading games, for downloading updates, for just doing any of those things. And I live in Canada. I have the fastest internet connection available in Canada. And when I'm downloading stuff on my PC versus downloading stuff on my PlayStation 4, it's night and day. And it's really, really annoying because it just takes so long to get anything downloaded on the PS4. And I really hope they just fix that, update the PlayStation Network, make it a lot faster to be able to download stuff and updates. With games getting bigger and bigger, they're going to have to, because it takes forever. And really, it's just kind of unacceptable in this day and age. So that's what I would like to see. I don't think they're going to have that many more unique features. I could be completely wrong. I just hope they don't add any gimmicks, like they don't bundle it with any sort of Move controllers or VR or AR or anything like that, because I think that would be a big mistake with how well the PlayStation 4 has done, focusing solely on gaming. I think they need to just continue straight down that road. I would love to know what you guys want to see from the PlayStation 5, what unique features you want to see. Do you want them to continue down the same road, or do you want them to come out with something totally brand new that is going to blow your mind? Please let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.